All right, looks like we're live. Let's make sure it's going out okay on the old YouTubes, especially today, since YouTube's been buggier than a Craigslist mattress. Are we live? Is this working? Come on. All right, sounds good. Oh boy, I was going to stream a little earlier. I knew Forney was going to stream today. I was thinking maybe I'd hop in before him, but all day today, YouTube's just been holy shit, man. I can barely get the site up half the time. And if I did, I'd be logged out. And I try to log in, error message. I thought, shit, is this me? Is YouTube fuck my account for some reason? Did I get showed? You know, for being too woke on the AQ, the Amish question. But no, it was everybody. Everybody was having problems with it today. So, one thing I want to talk about today is I've been watching a little bit of Owen Benjamin last couple of days here. Now, the reason I went down this rabbit hole is originally I was watching a little bit of the drama with Teddy Spaghetti, with Vox Day, Teddy Spaghetti. So I saw a bunch of people super chatting Medicare about it, and then it led me to a podcast called Revenge of the Sis, which I had never really watched. I don't think. Maybe I'd seen them before, but didn't really stick in my memory. But they're pretty cool. I binge watched a bunch of their shit, and they love to rip on a lot of these self-righteous e-celeb types, which is just fantastic. And somebody asked if I have a Discord server. Yes, I do. And also, I should note, a bunch of people messaged me on Skype like last Friday. I was probably doing a show and said, message me on Skype. It's the Bechtloff on Skype. And I didn't see it because Skype had updated here recently for me. And now it's a less fucking functional version of itself. And I didn't see any of the fucking messages for a while. And then when I did click on them, because I didn't respond, they just fucking vanished out of my chats. And I'm not connected to these people. So I don't even remember. Like I noticed that it was doing that and I responded to one of them. But a lot of people, if you messaged me on Skype and I didn't respond to you, just message me again. Just bother me again. By the way, I threw a link to the Discord in the chat. But yeah, sorry if I didn't get back to you. I was probably trying to take callers and not seeing any of the fucking things. So sorry about that. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. So I check out this podcast, Revenge of the Sis, and you should definitely check them out. Like CIS, they're funny guys. And so I'm checking out Owen. So they're playing a lot of clips of Owen Benjamin. I wasn't familiar with Owen Benjamin a lot, really. I knew Vox Day mentioned him a lot, and Davis has been desperately sucking his dick the last few months, trying to latch onto him, I guess. But I just I knew he believed in a lot of wild, wacky shit. But in my head, I'm picturing somebody like Jay Dyer. Jay Dyer believes in a lot of wild, wacky shit, but Jay Dyer is a very learned man, very educated man. He's got his shit together. But no, I'm looking at Owen Benjamin, and it's basically a lunatic in his shed screaming about Jews. That's the Owen Benjamin show. And I'm thinking okay, did these guys take a lot of stuff out of context or something? And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm checking out more and more Owen Benjamin clips. Pardon me. Oh, dying. I'm probably dying. I'm checking out more Owen Benjamin clips. And no, the guy seems to be just fucking batshit. Spice Weasel sends $14.99 and says, we'll have to listen to the replay later, but wanted to send some shekels before I had to log off. Well, thank you very much, Spice Weasel. But no, the guy is apparently just batshit insane. He's screaming about fucking Jews, which, okay, yeah, I'm not totally against discussing the old JQ, okay? But there's a difference between that and Owen Benjamin. For one thing, what I find fascinating is it's the kind of guy where he like latches onto a new idea and then he's just all fucking it. This is like what he's all about. And you're a moron for not immediately getting on board with him. Like that line in the Family Guy Star Wars parody where he's like, "You don't believe in the Force, do you? Oh, that thing you just found out about 5 minutes ago and now are judging me for not believing in?" That's pretty much Owen Benjamin there. Oh yeah, Luke, I'll send you a link. I didn't realize you were on. But yeah, that's Owen Benjamin in a nutshell right there. He latches onto some new idea because he doesn't seem to have any anchor. He doesn't seem to have any. Like, apparently this guy has latched on to one new idea after another, and he's like whole hog about it for like 5 fucking minutes and then moves on to something else. Kind of reminds me of another guy I used to know. But he goes on about the moon landing's fake and nuclear weapons aren't real and just a whole bunch of Jew shit. And he's constantly bringing up everybody is dumb because they watch porn. This is everybody is weak and stupid because they watch porn. That's his which, porn's not good for you, but everybody's a cum drain loser except me. And it's like, I bet you this motherfucker was a porn addict up until like 6 minutes ago when someone told him it wasn't good for you. And now he's like the most vehemently, like he just strikes me as that kind of thing. Like he probably had just a complete fucking porn habit up until he read some article somewhere about how it was a Jewish conspiracy or something. And now he's just whole hog. Everything about him seems that way to me. And apparently he's working on some sort of stupid fucking streaming thing with Fox that doesn't work. They can't get it to fucking work. And then the Revenge and Assist guy showed some clip where he's yelling at people like, "What, you won't support our broken ass fucking thing that doesn't work, but you'll have a Netflix subscription." It's like, yeah, it's because Netflix has fucking content. I mean, yeah, Netflix isn't the best thing. They show a lot of fucking degenerate filth, but I mean, there's at least things to watch on there. It's not a non-functional site that occasionally you may be able to bring up a video of a guy screaming about Jews in a fucking shed. It's not a non-functional. Somebody says, I tried to ease my dad to the JQ. The resistance I'm receiving is strong. Yeah. It's definitely not something you bring up in polite society.
Luke, use the Force.
Really? Because I was just going to
use the Force.
Okay. Are you happy?
I've never been happy.
That's some OG Family Guy too. That's like original 3 seasons.
That was the canceled episode with the Jews.
Oh yeah, they didn't air that until later. They aired that like originally on Cartoon Network for the first time. But and so he says Owen Benjamin was in some of the Hollywood inner circles. I mean, I guess maybe he might have seen some shit over there, but at the same time, I mean, this motherfucker was in like 2 movies. Okay. Oh, Owen Benjamin, he was in The House Bunny, and he was angry moviegoer #1 in Jack and Jill. Well, shit. I mean, this guy, he probably knows where all the bodies are buried, doesn't he? That's probably just something he plays up. I doubt he saw a whole lot of shit. And look, I'd love to see the streaming alternative take off. That'd be fucking fantastic. I would love to see something of this work. But I'm not obligated to fucking support you when you present a broken ass fucking product. Okay? When you're like, yeah, this doesn't work, but give me money. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, so this is Ever's stream, eh? With his bear, hammer, sickle in the background or something?
Yeah, I guess he calls himself the Big Bear or something, because that's not a gay name. Just in time for Pride Month. We got the big bear over here. Look at this guy. Like he's in like a hoodie. His hair's all fucking messed up and shit. He's in a shed. I just want to once again, guys. I want to point this out. He streams in a fucking shed. He streams in a fucking shed, probably because the wife is sick of hearing him screaming about Jews in the house. But and this was another choice clip. This guy, like he had all these connection problems, and he's screaming at his fans because they're getting annoyed. And he's like, "No, you idiot! It's not because I'm too far from the signal. I'm using my Wi-Fi, my phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot." It's like, you can't run fucking OBS on your fucking phone. You can't run that kind of shit through your phone hotspot, especially because he lives in the middle of nowhere. Apparently, it's like that's the problem. And then, like in later show, he has to like begrudgingly admit, "I guess it wasn't YouTube purposely throttling me. I guess it was my internet connection." Gee, you think? You fucking think? Oh man. But that's what gets me, just the screaming at the fans, the entitled shit. You know, like, yeah, look, everybody e-bags. Everybody's trying to entertain their fans. Everybody's trying to get a little bit of them super chats and the PayPals and the Patreons and the Amazon wish list. I do it. I'm not going to lie. Okay. But I'm not going to scream at you all like you're fucking pay pigs and try to, like, you have to feel guilty because you're not supporting me. I'm trying to save the West, guys. You have to support me. Do you want the West to die? Is that what you want? So he says, well, Owen does say the Amish are doing good things, so he has that against him. Exactly. He's not. He might be woke on the JQ, but he's not woke on the AQ. Okay? And over here on the Bechtloff Show, we are woke on the AQ. All right? We are woke on the Amish question. Like, yeah, he just seems like a raving fucking lunatic. He seems like he has no anchor. Like, he just bounces from thing to thing. And he just seems really egotistical. You know? So, yeah, that's my early impressions of Owen Benjamin. You know, finally seeing what the hell his deal was. He's not who I thought he was. I would have thought, again, the way people were praising him, I would have thought we would have had some sort of Jay Dyer type guy. Like I said, Jay Dyer has a lot of weird, wacky, fucking out there views, but he's an educated man. He's he's learned, he's smart, he's quick on his feet, he's charming, you know, he's all those things. I mean, I just suspect Owen Benjamin's a guy who's he's fallen in with a lot of these fucking weird far right circles and all, and it's probably just he's probably just losing his fucking mind. Like, he doesn't strike me as well. I mean, just look at this body language of this fucking video you're playing up here. This doesn't strike me as a man who has his fucking shit together. Like, he looks like he should be co-designing fucking software with Terry Davis. Like, maybe Terry Davis helped them fucking set up their streaming site. That's why it's broken. It's fucking meant to run on Windows 98 or something. I don't know, guys. It seems like just another one of these guys. It's just fucking batshit insane.
That's becoming very commonplace around here, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm looking around and I'm seeing a whole lot of like, what the fuck's going on? I don't even know what his bear thing is supposed to be, because like the one, it looks like an axe, and then the other thing looks like a bicycle seat on a fucking stick. What is that supposed to be?
A bottle opener?
I don't know.
Well, there's an actual bear over there in the corner.
I don't. I don't know. I don't know what the. I will say the Revenge of the Sith guys are pretty fucking funny. You should check them out. But yeah, I don't really think. Oh, it's somebody says it's a microphone on like a boom mic. Okay. Somebody says, "What do you think of Alfonso Raphael?" I don't know who that is. Couldn't tell you. Let's see. Somebody says Mennonite girls are the Catholic girls of Protestantism. Well, I'm not sure how to take that, but what do you mean they're slutty? I mean, I couldn't tell you much about the Mennonites. I don't dislike them like I do the Amish because they don't do all the shitty things the Amish do. I mean they seem goofy and weird, but it's especially weird because like the men dress completely normal. Like Mennonite, like young men, you see them out and about, it's just completely normal. And the fucking women are like auditioning for Little House on the Prairie or something. And they're just together. Like it's like this man traveled back in time to find a wife or something. It's the weirdest thing when you see them out together. Because the guy's just wearing like a t-shirt or some shit and jeans, just looking normal. And the chick is just Little House on the Prairie all over the place.
Or just farmer overalls, depending on the occupation.
What very close friends of mine that they're practically family to me now, but I remember when they first started going to the church I was going to at the time, and they had kind of come, especially the wife, had come out of sort of a Mennonite background, and like had basically given up a lot of that, but had gone, were now involved in, much more. How do I want to put this? A much more grace-oriented version of Christianity, I suppose, is the polite way to put it. But I remember that little hat that the Mennonite women have to wear, that little, like you see it in the picture, that little white thing that they always wear. I always think it looks like the little hat that Jew guys wear, like the Jewish men wear. But she was still wearing that hat for a long time. I don't know what it's called. I don't give a shit what it's called. But she was still wearing that for a long time. Finally just was like, I don't have to wear this. This is stupid. And stopped wearing it. And she caught a boatload of shit from a lot of her relatives over not wearing the fucking hat anymore. And I'm sorry, that's the point in which, like, whatever your branch of Christianity is, to me, it's become like a parody. To me, it's become like, this is what fedoras think religion is, where you're arguing over a fucking hat. But, I mean, that's a lot of it out there, I guess. You see fucking trad. I see, at least back when I was on Twitter, I saw fucking trad Catholics more upset over whether or not over what instrument is being played in the worship music at their church than, whether or not the father's diddling children. There's an old George Carlin bit, and now look, George Carlin is massively overrated. Let's put that on the table before I even quote this fucking bit. George Carlin was absolutely massively fucking overrated. Okay? Everybody who, like, yeah, I used to think he was this great fountain of wisdom too, and then I turned 15. Okay? Like, you outgrow George Carlin, all right? Some of the stuff's really, really funny. Okay? But this idea that he was some fucking prophet of the modern era, no. He was an old, bitter, fucking aging ex-hippie. All right? Had a few good insights and a few good jokes. So before I even quote this George Carlin bit, I just want to throw that out there. Fucking overrated. All right?
Well, sometimes they'll say, well, you can talk about something, but you can't joke about it. Say you can't joke about something because it's not funny. Comedians run into that shit all the time. Like rape. They'll say, you can't joke about rape. Rape's not funny. I say, fuck you. I think it's hilarious. How do you like that?
Yeah. Now, he had a bit once where he was talking about, like, religion's obsessions with hats. And I actually think that bit was brilliant. He was talking about like when I was a little boy going to Catholic churches, they told me I had to take my hat off because it was disrespectful to the presence of God. But then they told me God was everywhere. So I'm like, why would you even own a fucking hat? And he's like, and then how did he put it? He's like, Catholic women have to wear hats, but Catholic men can't. And then Jewish men wear hats, but Jewish women don't. And he's like, so he's got this whole fucking thing backwards. He's like, I tell you, if I ever found a church, the first rule is going to be hats optional. I mean, and hell, a Catholic church, their entire power structure seems to be based on the fucking size of your hat. That's why you're not allowed to wear a hat in a Catholic church, because you've actually, if you do, you've challenged the priest to a death match. So that's why that's just a big old hassle. They don't want you doing that.
But they had already told me that God was everywhere. So I used to wonder, well, if God is everywhere, why would you even own a hat? Why not show your respect? Don't even buy a fucking hat.
So yeah, George Carlin massively overrated, but that so he says, so if religion has an obsession with hats, so atheism is a religion because they have fedoras. Yeah, but well, once again, we've established atheism is in its own way a religion. Yeah, if you walk into the Vatican with like a big old sombrero or something, you and the Pope have to fight like fucking Kirk and Spock when Spock was in Heat. They even play that fucking fighting music from Star Trek. Oh. So he says, I'll challenge the Pope to a death match in a heartbeat. Well, you're not wrong. There you go.
Perfect.
Oh. I used to have that as my ringtone for my phone. Somebody says it's called a bonnet. The Mennonite girl thing. It's a covering to protect her from the lustful angels who want to what? Nigga, what? That can't be real. You have to wear this hat or you're going to get raped by demons?
That's a rumor somewhere.
That can't be real. Holy shit, dude. That doesn't sound like something in a fucking... That sounds like something in an anime. Oh, man.
You! Bring me the Wall Street Journal. You two, fight to the death.
Hell yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, not a fan of Owen Benjamin, guys. I got to tell you. Seems like he's batshit insane. Seems like he's definitely batshit insane. By the way, folks, if you want to call in, do go ahead and message me on the Skype there. Hopefully, I'll actually fucking see it. Also, I guess you can message me on Discord or something like that. But yeah, sorry. I guess it was like Friday, but I didn't see it when it was going on. So. Let's see. Uh-oh, fedoras everywhere. Are we filming a sequel to Lust in the Time of Heartache?
We're starting our new sect of the Merfolk Bulbasaur. The Fedora sect.
We're going to go fight each other with sais in the woods. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Check the... I don't know. That might have been it. I might only be doing a short stream tonight. I just felt like rambling on about Owen Benjamin for a little while. I'm in my shed, too, while I do it. in a shed. It's just a fucking madman screaming about Jews in his shed. There you go. That's gonna save the West. Oh, we got some lovely eye candy up on the screen there. God damn. That's quite lovely. Bechtloff, have you gotten any new amiibo lately? I got the one for a Nintendo character I never heard of. Well, I don't know what character that is. I got the Young Link one. I scooped that up. It's actually weird. Like, I don't know why, but I guess they changed the specs on the amiibos and all. The base is actually ever so slightly bigger than it used to be. It doesn't, like, I have these custom Zelda bookends that a buddy of mine made that does woodworking, and they have little slots for amiibos. And I wanted to swap out the Toon Link one on the one end with the Young Link because, fuck Toon Link. And Young Link, he fits in there, but not quite. And but yeah, I haven't picked up any other amiibos. There's nothing. I'd like to get Piranha Plant, or maybe like the Pokemon Trainer or the Ivysaur, but I just haven't seen them out in the wild, and I'm not paying scalper prices online for them. I mean, I threw them up on the wish list. Somebody could get them for me, I guess, but I'm not going to pay scalper prices myself. So he says that young lady's freckles. Yes, indeed. Freckles are delightful. I like Misty holding up the cross there. That's just fantastic. No swears on our Christian Minecraft server. Bechtloff, have you heard the rumors that Disney is low-key swapping out Captain Marvel as the face of the MCU going forward for Spider-Man? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but I don't really give a shit about the MCU at this point. I'm probably not going to go see the new Spider-Man movie. I'm sorry. The mystery meet MJ really just fucking ruins it for me. Like, not only because you're replacing a redhead with that, but also take that aside. Even if that was a gorgeous redhead, but that character was written that way, she is insufferable. It's that fucking obnoxious, like, super woke high school girl, like Daria fucking cliche that got played out in the late 90s. Like, that shit was cute in, like, 1998, okay? That shit was quirky and cute in, like, 97, 98, 99, something like that. But now, in the current year, +6, no, that shit is just obnoxious. And every fucking scene she was in Homecoming, I wanted some random villain to pop out of nowhere and twist her head around 180. Give her the old Gwen Stacy. Throw her right off a fucking bridge. Dashing Rogan sends $5, says Saving the West is a side quest. Digital Renegade podcast at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shameless shill. Oh, well. I mean, you paid for it, so feel free to, anyone can shill anything if they're sending me a super chat.
You look really pretty.
Therefore, I have value.
No, that's not
I'm
right.
messing with you. You look
God.
pretty too.
Boo. Boo. Like, every time she was on stage walking Homecoming, I just wanted to literally start booing. Like, just boo. When I used to do that Fallen Angel Cinema with some of the guys over on another channel where they're just ripping on a bad movie, like, when I'd run out of jokes, sometimes I just wouldn't know what else to do, and I'd just be like, boo, boo, movie, boo. Let's see. Ian McDonald wants to call in. Do we have anybody else calling in? I really, folks, forgive me if you message me on Skype and I didn't see it. I hate ignoring somebody who says they're a fan of the show, but I just, Skype's being gay on me.
Boo! Boo! Rubbish! Filth! Slime! Muck! Boo!
Like, I like in South Park when Wendy was trying to give some presentation, and in the middle of it, Cartman would just be like, "Boo, boo, Wendy Testenberger, boo." She like looks at the teacher like, "Can you do something, Mr. Garrison's?" Like, "I don't know, Wendy. You're just losing the crowd there."
Wendy, boo, Wendy Testenberger, boo.
Refugees from Syria should be considered in need of international protection.
Boo, Wendy, boo. Boo, Wendy.
Remember when South Park was funny?
Yeah, right up until about 2016, I still found South Park funny. Once they cucked around the Trump stuff and they really pushed out with the PC principle, like they just wouldn't go all the way on that. I just kind of was like, South Park, the one thing I'm not going to tolerate from you is pussing out.
Yeah, it feels like that show was really made for the type of, era with the Clintons and the Bushes where, it was easy to make fun of that shit because pretty much everyone agreed that they were laughing stocks, basically.
Well, I don't even think you can't make fun of Trump. Like, look, Family Guy did an anti-Trump episode that I actually thought was pretty fucking funny. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, it's only funny when it's not the guy I like. I'm not going to be that kind of asshole. But the biggest problem I had with South Park is it just felt like they were pussing out. You know what I mean? Especially with the PC principle shit. Like, that's when it felt like they really just kind of, I don't have another phrase for it. They pushed out.
It's sort of the same thing with a lot of these guys that seemed very edgy and pushing the envelope in the Bush years. Like your Bill Maher's and your people like that, and and as soon as like I don't know, something in the culture shifts, they just flip on a dime. And they just puss out.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I just got no tolerance for South Park with. Your whole shtick is being the edgy, not giving a fuck guy. Well, then, yeah, you don't get to pull your punches.
Argument.
I'm not booing your opinion. I'm booing your report topic. No one even knows what a refugee is.
Oy vey.
Boo, Wendy, boo.
Yeah, but I feel like I want to come on here and show a movie that I watched recently.
Okay.
And okay, okay, but first
was
Luke,
it on watchingmymomgoblack.com?
Yes, it was yes, you see Davis Arini hides out with Owen Benjamin while his little Asian girlfriend gets railed by Samuel L. Jackson.
It was the new animated Shodman movie.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that's nightmarish to even think about. I think I just freaked myself out a little bit with that reference.
Yeah, but Luke, do me a favor and search up Art the Clown.
Arctic Clam?
Art the Clown.
Art the Clown. I thought you said Arctic Clam. I'm like, are you sure this is a Porto? What are you?
Ooh, this guy's creepy.
Art the Clown. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it's from two movies. One is an anthology called All Hallows Eve, and another one that's a feature-length one just featuring this guy called Terrifier. And they're just these very gory slasher films that were made in the modern era. And I found these over the last few weeks, and I thought they were pretty cool.
Huh. Well, yeah, sounds interesting. Not enough good horror movies out there these days.
To give you an idea of one of the kills, and here's spoilers. So spoiler alert for all you faggots who want that shit. So in the beginning of Terrifier, there's this cute redhead newscaster who's doing a story with this victim who's all mangled up and shit, and and like she is just making fun of her behind scenes, and then eventually the victim comes back and just tears her face up, and just bloody and awesome.
Well, sounds like a fun horror movie. Somebody taking a selfie with the creepy clown.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, this is an impressive poster right here.
Ooh. I miss the old days when horror movies tended to get the painted movie posters, really well designed painted movie posters. Those were basically works of art in and of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, probably gonna wrap this up. Anybody got any closing thoughts? All right. Well, that's about it. It's just a short little stream I wanted to do because I wanted to.
Sorry to be out of sorts. Sometimes I wish I could meet someone else whose dad is a fat idiot who once had a hit television show and who over time has worn out his welcome.
You know, Meg's dad is also...
Shut up, Tiffany. Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, folks, if you enjoy the show, do consider supporting the program. We got the PayPal, Patreon, and Amazon wish list. And, you should definitely do that because if you don't, you're just a stupid, cum-drained Jew flat earth cuck who wants to see the West die.
But enough about me.
All right. Jeez. All right. That's about all we got for tonight, folks. I want to thank you all for listening. Bechtloff out.